Senator
Tolentino is recognized.
Expound.
Mr. President, isang tanong lang po, ika-clarify ko lang po yung maliwanag naman po yung explanation kanina ng minority leader. Gusto ko lang pong liwanagin yung tungkol sa franchise. Ang pagkakaalam ko po, Mr. President, and I signed the resolution, ang pagkakaalam ko po, dalawang franchise dapat ang ating pinag-uusapan. Ang unang franchise na binigay ng pamahalaan ay nung itinatag ang ABS-CBN Corporation at sa pamamagitan ng Corporation Code or Corporation Law of the Philippines din ay binigyan sila ng isang juridical personality para mabuo ang isang korporasyon. Tama po ba ako, Mr. President?
Hindi ko po alam, Mr. President. Ang sa akin lang, I author the resolution which expresses the sense of the Senate that the NCTC should issue a provisional authority. The parameters of that, I would leave it to the NTC as the initial issuing body for their interpretation. We are not passing upon anything here. It's just expressing the sense of the Senate.
Tama po, Mr. President. Kaya ko po natanong yan sa kadahilanan kung dalawa po ang binigay na lisensya ng ating pamahalaan. Unang-una, yung lisensya sa pagtatayo ng korporasyon. Sa May 4, yung franchise pong yon, yung lisensya sa pagbibigay ng personalidad ng korporasyon ay buhay pa. Yun po yung sinasabi ko, Mr. President. Pangalawa, yung pinag-uusapan natin prangkisa rito, yung prangkisa naman galing sa Kongreso na maglalap sa May 4 ay wala na. So ang tinatanong ko po rito, Mr. President, yung po bang paglaps nung pangalawang lisensyang binigay ng pamahalaan ay makakaapekto doon sa unang lisensyang binigay ng pamahalaan,
No, sir.
Mr. President?
In my humble legal opinion, it will not affect the corporate life of ABS-CBN. The
Yes.
matter of the non-issuance, assuming that that is the case, of a provisional authority will not cause a termination of the corporate life. In fact, Mr. President, under the revised corporation code which we authored and wrote, there is no more termination of the corporate life. The existence of a corporation is now perpetual.
Tama po, Mr. President. Nililiwanag ko lang po yan.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
At gusto ko pong malaman kasi yung sense of the Senate ay tungkol doon sa pangalawang lisensya.
Correct,
Tama
sir.
po ba ako, Mr. President?
Yes, sir.
Kasi po kung ang primary purpose nung pagtatatag at pagtanggap ng unang lisensya sa pamahalaan ay para sa broadcasting at yung lisensya naman sa broadcasting ay napaso na. Buhay pa ba ho yung primary purpose? Nababanggit ko po ito, Mr. President, kasi po minaalala ko nung araw na isang kumpanya ng barko na inalisan na ng karapatan ng marina dahil napakaraming aksidente. Dahil ang kanyang prangkisa ay mag-operate ng barko sa maritime at inalisan na siya ng prangkisa na magpatakbo ng mga barko sa dami ng aksidente, para saan pa ba ho yung kanyang korporasyon na magpatakbo ng mga barko? So hinahalimbawa ko po yun, Mr. President. So in this sense, the good gentleman is saying that with the lapse of the franchise, the corporate life subsists. And with that, Congress, as the Senate, can express its sense to revive the primary purpose or to give life to the lapsed franchise, Mr. President?
No, Mr. President, we are just expressing our sense that the NTC should issue a license for the continued operation of ABS-CBN. I repeat, Mr. President, we're not passing judgment as to whether or not it is a valid exercise of that executive discretion. We leave that to the NTC, but we're saying Mr. NTC, it is our sense, in accordance with the opinion expressed by the Secretary of Justice, that the ABS-CBN be allowed to continue to operate.
Last question, Mr. President. If the patience of the good gentleman is not yet stretched, what will now happen, Mr. President, to the pending case before the Supreme Court filed by the Solicitor General? Won't it affect the decision-making process or prerogative of the National Telecommunications Commission if it happens that it would abide or recognize the sense of the Senate? Will it cloud the judgment? Will it prod the NTC? Will it hinder the NTC in expediting a decision, the issuance of a decision even before the lapse of the franchise, Mr. President?
It is our view, Mr. President, that this body can issue a resolution expressing its sense. The matter in the Supreme Court is completely separate and distinct, an issue which is being litigated upon. Let the ABS-CBN defend its position.
So again, Mr. President, the impression I get from the good gentleman is that the expression of the sense of the Senate would not in any manner influence the judiciary, but our sense is directed to the executive branch.
That's correct. Whether or not it influences the judiciary, that is their own lookout.
I think I have no further questions, Mr. President, although my personal belief is that this case will have another case that will be reproduced in the highest tribunal relative to the consequence of the double or triple resolutions that we will consider today. Thank you, Minority Floor Leader.
Thank you, sir.